We got the exclusive Stacy. You know we gotta show some love, cause your boy got the plug shown up. We got the exclusive Stacy. We the people, we won't settle. Can't nobody do this better. We got the exclusive with Stacy Roberson tonight. I know that's right.
Hey, good day, viewers. My name is Stacy Roberson, aka the Celebrity Educator. I'm your host with the most exclusive and one of Atlanta's greatest ideas. So I want to say to everyone that is watching, the exclusive is officially on YouTube now. So make sure you go on and search for the exclusive with Stacy Roberson. And you got to spell my name correctly, all right, in order for it to pull up. So that is Stacy as in S-T-A-C-Y and Roberson as in R-O-B-E-R-S-O-N. We have an amazing show on today. As you've already heard and seen the promotions, we definitely have in. Now, we're going to pause real quick because as you can see, I've taken the exclusive on the road, so we're not in the regular studio setting, all right? But we are definitely at one of the most powerful HBCUs in the world, all right? And I'm going to call it out as we know it as Morris Brown College, all right? And so I have with me here at Morris Brown College the interim president, Dr. Kevin E. James. Dr. James, how you doing?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. If you're doing good, then I'm doing great.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is how we do it on the exclusive. We just naturally jump in. But before I go in, I do want to tell people a little just about you because, man, when I had the opportunity to look at your bio, I'm like, this is a bad man. All right. And so you have accomplished a lot in such a short amount of time. But Dr. Kevin James serves as the interim president of Morris Brown College, which is a historically black college located here in Atlanta, Georgia. In his nearly 20-year career as a higher education administrator, executive business leader, and motivational speaker, Dr. Kevin James is committed to improving his community through education and empowerment. Now, I'm just going to share a couple of brief things about him, but in his nonprofit leadership experience, he has served as on the 100 Black Men of Atlanta Board of Directors, the chair of mentoring, and vice chair for new member training. He also serves on the Board of Directors of Girls Incorporated, located in Columbus, Georgia, and was a career readiness speaker for college students with the United Negro College Fund. And of course, I can go on and on, but I will highlight that he is a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, Kappa Kappa Psi National Honorary Band Fraternity, the Prince Hall Masonic Fraternity, and of course, 100 Black Men of America Incorporated. So, of course, all our viewers, wherever you're sitting, standing, let's put our hands together for the honorable, all right, interim president for Morris Brown College, again, Dr. Kevin E. James.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate the introduction. Thank you.
And it's important, you know,
yes.
Simply because we never know who's watching.
Absolutely.
And to know just a little backdrop about you can go a long way.
Thank
all
you.
right.
Thank you so much.
So I'm just going to jump right on in. Where are you from, and how in the world did you get to Atlanta, Georgia?
I know that's right. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on the show today. I really appreciate it. My name is Dr. Kevin James. I'm originally from Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay.
I've been in Atlanta about 5 years now. And what brought me to Atlanta was a job. I was the former Dean of Academic Affairs at Herzing University.
Okay.
And so I moved here back about 5 years ago. And, you know, I've been in higher education for about 20 years, as you mentioned. I wanted to move to Atlanta, apply for a job, and here I am. And
Okay.
so 5 years later, here I am at the helm at Morris Brown College.
All right. So why was education important to you when you were growing up?
Sure. So I come from a family of educators. My grandfather was a pastor for 52 years. My grandmother was a teacher. My mother was a school teacher, school principal, school superintendent. My dad taught for 40 years. And so it was just, I was born into a family of educators and spiritual leaders. And so, you know, it was either go to college or go to the military, but you're not going to stay in this house. And so I just naturally fell into higher education. My first job out of college was teaching, and I didn't really want to teach, but it's where God's in control. It was His plan, and so I started teaching adult students. Now, I'm the only one in my family that went the higher ed route. Everyone else was K-12 because of my mother's influence. And so it was there that I fell in love with adult students. I really like working with individuals who want to better themselves. And so if you're working in higher education or if you're attending a higher education institution, you want to better yourself. And so I just really, really love that. K-12, you have to go to school, right?
Right.
But higher education, you made a decision.
That's right.
And so what better way to affect not just an individual, but generations? The statistics and data shows that if you go to college, you've just affected your children's life, grandchildren, etc. And so that's how I ended up in Georgia, working at a college here, and just being very, very involved with the education, because that's just kind of how I was raised.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. So, let me ask you this: what were you doing before you took the role of interim president here at Morris Brown?
Sure. So I've been a member of the 100 Black Men since 2007. And so when I moved to Atlanta, I was working at Herzing University, and I joined the Atlanta chapter here, 100 Black Men of Atlanta. And so when we lost our CEO, I was tapped on the shoulder and someone said, listen, we want you to serve as our interim CEO. Really? Wow, okay, sure. And so I was the interim CEO of the 100 Black Men of Atlanta. And then after that, I was the interim CEO of the 100 Black Men of America. Wow. And so working in the community with these professional, strong C-suite Black leaders really, really honed my skills of working in the business community. I've been teaching it forever, but then actually being at the helm of a phenomenal business nonprofit, I really honed my skills there. And so I was working there, and I was at home on I believe it was a Sunday afternoon, and I was watching the news. It may have been a Monday, where Dr. Pritchard, who was a previous president here, had resigned. And so it took me all of 3 to 5 seconds to say, wow, I'm interested in that job. I picked up the phone, called, how can I apply for this job? 3 interviews later, here I am, and the rest is history. So.
Wow. So that bleeds into what we're about to speak about now, right?
Sure.
So that question is, why Morris Brown College?
Yeah. Well, I've been asked that question several times, and my answer is always the same. I feel like God sent me to Morris Brown to offer my energy, my passion, my expertise in higher education. I want to do something that I don't think has ever been done in the history of Black colleges, of restoring a school that lost its accreditation almost 18, 19 years ago, right? And so I feel that we're going to do that. We're going to restore the school. I have a hashtag, Restore Morris Brown, hashtag the hard reset. So we're resetting ourselves from A to Z with doing what we need to do to restore this school. We just officially started our accreditation process 3 weeks ago. We're officially a correspondent school with the Transnational Association of Christian Colleges and Schools. Okay. And so just being able to be a part of something greater than myself, of coming back to help to restore this school, is why I'm here.
Okay. And you said a lot in that, in what you just shared. So let me ask you this. What happened? What happened to Morris Brown?
Yeah. So, I mentioned that HBCUs, we do a lot for the Black middle class in this country. We do the best of educating our people. When a historically Black college closes or loses accreditation, 9 times out of 10, it's not because of the academics or the learning at the institution. 9 times out of 10, it has something to do with finances. And so Morris Brown College, we got in trouble with some financial mismanagement back in the early 2000s, which ultimately led to losing our accreditation. And once you lose your accreditation, it's just like the domino effect. And so we went from 2,600 students down to about 70 students overnight. And so it was because of some financial mismanagement. But, now we are working towards getting our accreditation back. They're going through, and we have to prove that not only do we have great academic services and academic programs, but that our house is in order in regards to our our finances as well as financial stability moving forward.
All right. So, where's Morris Brown today? All right. So I know you kind of shared some of that in answer to some of the previous questions, but just allow you the opportunity to expound a little bit more. Where is Morris Brown today?
Sure. Well, Morris Brown today, we are an institution of higher learning. Right now we have 42 students. We're not accredited. We don't have financial aid, but students still wanted to come here for some reason, right? And I personally have learned what some of those reasons are. We have phenomenal faculty. We have caring faculty. We have smaller classrooms, so students get more one-on-one attention. And so today we're educating students, and we're working on restoring the school to its full capacity of being an accredited institution. Right now, currently raising money in dollars to be able to handle the day-to-day of the operations of the school, as well as raise enough dollars for us to show tracks that we're financially stable. So I'm trying to raise right now about $5 million just to sit in a bank, an endowment, where we can show our accreditor that we're on financial solid foot.
Everyday person be a part of the movement in which you're speaking about, because there's a whole nation of people. Everyone knows about Morris Brown College.
Yes.
And to know, being a student of the AUC,
Yes.
from what I heard back in the day, I mean, Morris Brown was the heart of the AUC.
That's
like,
it.
and you all were the largest.
Yeah.
And so without a doubt, I know just through conversation with other people ask me, what can I do?
Sure.
So I want to be able to allow you this opportunity to definitely share with everyone who wants to be a part of the movement.
Sure.
What can they do?
Well, very good, very good. I'm definitely I'm gonna look at the camera on this one. So we would love for everybody to be a part of the restoration of Morris Brown College. The first thing that individuals can do is share our story, share some of our history. That, Morris Brown College is the first and only historically black college in Georgia that was founded by black people. That statistic alone, or that information alone, is enough in itself of so many people sacrifice their lives for this school, and we want to make sure that this school continues. So just telling the story of Morris Brown College's history, not to mention that we're still open. Morris Brown College has been open since 1881. We've never closed. And so just telling that story, because a lot of people don't know that we're open.
Right, exactly.
And so that's one way that you can help us, by telling the story that did you know that Morris Brown College is still pushing forward with being one of the best HBCUs in this country. So that's the first thing you can do. The second thing that you can do is you can help us financially. I'm on a quest right now of raising the dollars needed, number one, to deal with the day-to-day operations of this school. And so we're working on that right now. Not to mention raising dollars that are going to be needed to show tracks, like I mentioned, that we're financially stable. So please visit our website, www.morrisbrown.edu. You can go to our website and you can donate to us. We'll take anything regarding our finances. You can donate anything, nothing too big, nothing too small. So morrisbrown.edu is, you can go to our website to donate. We have a Cash App, $Restore Morris Brown, $Restore Morris Brown. And there's other ways that you can give on the website as well. So we encourage all your viewers to please donate to Morris Brown.
All right. So everyone that supports the exclusive, definitely let's get behind the movement. I appreciate you, Dr. James, for this opportunity to speak with you, because it was very important to me.
Thank you.
I'm not called the celebrity educator for nothing. I definitely want to go on record that you have my support.
Oh, thank you.
And I will use all my influence as possible to help aid in the effort of helping you to raise the $5 million.
Yes.
It may seem like a lot, but it's not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially the visibility of, as long as people know there's a need, people can help meet that need.
Absolutely.
And I believe that there's a nation, especially African Americans, who see the importance of what's happening, and they're wanting to make sure they get on board. So
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, we appreciate everyone's support. Thank you for having me today.
all right. So there you have it. Again, look forward to seeing you all on the next episode of The Exclusive. I am Stacey Roberson, your host with the most exclusive and one of Atlanta's greatest ideas. See you next time.
We got the exclusive, exclusive, Stacey